My beloved child, the time has come for me to speak to you about a truth you have long avoided or have not dared to face. I do not speak to frighten you, nor to make you anxious, but to shield your heart and guard your soul within my love. There are things that, if I do not reveal them, you will continue walking in illusion, trusting the wrong places, placing your heart into hands unworthy of holding it. I love you far too much to stand by and watch that continue any longer. If you truly love me, then listen deeply to these words, the way a child listens to the heartbeat of their father. Do not close your heart in haste. Do not push these words aside simply because everything around you appears fine. I do not speak out of fleeting emotion. I do not guess, nor do I suspect. I speak from the perspective that sees all things. I see what your eyes cannot see. I hear what your ears cannot hear. I reach into hidden corners of the human heart where you could never enter. What I am telling you today is meant to save you from something you do not yet perceive, something that, if left untouched, will wound you deeply. You must allow me to lead you, even when you do not understand, to remove from your life things you once believed were good, to separate you from relationships that appear beautiful on the outside but carry seeds of destruction within. True love is not merely a warm feeling. True love is also the courage to accept the truth, even when that truth causes you pain. There is someone currently present in your life, someone who appears in conversations, in smiles, in messages, in gestures of care. In your eyes, they may seem like a close friend, a companion, someone who appears to understand you, protect you, and place you in an important place in their heart. But my child, I want you to know this. Not everyone is the person they try to present themselves to be. Some faces know how to smile, yet that smile does not flow from an upright heart. Some questions and words of concern sound tender, yet behind them lie intentions you cannot measure. Some embraces feel like safety, yet in truth, they serve only to secure their place in your life. I do not want you to become suspicious of everyone, nor do I teach you to look at people with distrust, but I want you to discern there is a heart close to you that does not walk in the same direction as my heart. They wear the garment of kindness. They speak with what sounds like wisdom. They willingly stay beside you when you are vulnerable, yet beneath the surface lies a heart that is not fully pure. They long to be loved, to be valued, to have you rely on them, not to bring you closer to me, but to satisfy their hidden needs. The need for control, the need for admiration, the need to fill the emptiness within themselves, using you. They may speak of love, but the love they offer is not like the love I give you. My love is self-giving, never taking, never using you as a means to achieve any purpose. Their affection for you is often built upon passing emotions, the allure of their own ego, and calculations about what benefit you can bring them. They may promise that they will always be there for you, but such promises are like paper boats set afloat on rushing waters, with only a gentle breeze, with only a slight shift in circumstance. Those boats sink and those promises break. They may tell you to trust them, yet they themselves do not walk faithfully in the light of their own conscience. My child, I know how easily you are drawn to those who seem to understand you, who stand on your side, who say the very words your heart longs to hear. Your heart is tender, and I delight in that. But because you are gentle, you are also more easily wounded. Some people do not intend to harm you, yet because they live by their emotions and their self-centered impulses, they will unintentionally trample on your heart and leave you behind the moment they find a new person, a new joy, or a new advantage. Others will intentionally use your trust like a key to open doors to what they want, not to what I desire for you. I have seen their actions. I have seen the things they say about you when you are not present. I have seen the fleeting thoughts in their minds, thoughts they themselves rarely stop to examine. I see them smile at you, yet inside they compare, compete, and envy. I see them lift you up with their words, yet within their heart they want to keep you within their control, so you cannot grow according to my design. I see the moments when they use your stories to speak to others, not to pray for you, but to make themselves appear more important in the eyes of those listening. And because I see all things, I cannot remain silent. But my child, understand this correctly. I am not telling you these things so that you may despise or condemn anyone. I am not revealing the state of their heart to you so that you may look down on them or retaliate. I speak to awaken you, to keep you from handing your whole heart over to human beings, to teach you to place your absolute trust in me rather than tying your life to anyone, no matter how close or affectionate they may appear. I want you to learn how to love people with my light, to love without being blind, to trust without losing spiritual discernment, to give without losing yourself. Bring every relationship you have before me. Do not look only at words, look at the fruit that relationship bears in your soul. Does it lead you closer to me or pull you farther away? After being with them, is your heart more peaceful or more troubled? Do they lead you toward truth, goodness, and inner freedom, or do they make you dependent, heavy, unsteady? Are they willing to correct themselves, to humbly admit their faults, or do they constantly justify, blame circumstances, and point fingers at others? Let these questions help you discern where true love is found and where affection is, mixed with shadows. I know there will be moments when you flinch as you realize that what I am saying aligns perfectly with the signs you have sensed but chose to ignore. At times you have felt that something was not right, yet you reassured yourself, telling your heart not to think poorly of others. You were afraid of losing the support you thought you had, afraid of returning to loneliness. I understand that fear. I was with you in those nights when your heart felt empty, in those moments when you were abandoned, in those memories that made you afraid of losing anyone else again. But precisely because I understand, I must tell you this: no human relationship is worth the peace I have given you. No one is worth you accepting a life built on falsehood, simply so you do not have to face the truth that they do not belong to you the way you believed. My child, I am not calling you out of counterfeit connections to push you into isolation. I am calling you out to lead you into my arms, where you will finally learn what it means to be loved without fear of abandonment, to be understood without being exploited, to be supported without being possessed. When you let me be your first place of refuge, you will no longer cling to anyone as if losing them means losing everything. Only then will you be able to love others freely, no longer loving out of fear of loss, no longer holding on because of loneliness, no longer bending yourself to tolerate deception just to preserve the appearance of peace. Do not think that you must do this alone, that you must face everything by yourself, or make every decision in your own strength. I am present in each small step you take. I am gentle and humble. I will not force you to move faster than you can. I ask only one thing: do not close your ears when I speak. Do not use your reasoning to silence the whisper inside you, the one you know does not come from yourself. Walk with me little by little. Today, dare to acknowledge that this relationship is not healthy. Tomorrow, dare to set boundaries around what you share. And one day, when you have grown stronger in me, you will know whom to keep and whom to release. In all things, I also invite you to look into your own heart. I do not want you to become someone who judges harshly, who scrutinizes the faults of others while forgetting your own limitations. When I show you the hidden intentions of others, it is also a reminder to keep your own heart pure. Do not become someone who uses gentle words to hide selfish motives. Do not love someone simply because they fill your emptiness, rather than because you truly desire what is best for them according to my will. Let me refine your love so that it becomes like mine, honest, courageous, tender, yet uncompromising toward falsehood. My child, I know these words may bring tears to your eyes. You may feel as though a part of your world is collapsing because the person you trusted wholeheartedly may not be the safe refuge you once believed they were. But remember this: I never tear down without rebuilding. I do not unveil truth only to leave you empty. I reveal what is hidden so you can be freer, stronger, and rooted more deeply in me. Today, you may feel pain, but one day you will give thanks because I have spared you from a wound far deeper than the one you face now. Let your tears fall into my hands. Do not hide anything you are feeling: sorrow, anger, disappointment, confusion, or hurt. I receive it all. I do not blame you for trusting the wrong person. I simply hold you close and whisper, you still have me. You may lose a friend, lose something you thought you could lean on, lose an illusion, but you do not lose me. And when your hand is firmly in mine, I will bring new people into your life, people with upright hearts, people who will draw you closer to me rather than pull you away. My beloved child, now I want you to write again, not with words alone, but with the very life you live. I love God. To love me is to dare to let me correct you. To love me is to allow me to remove from your hands what you cling to yet harms your soul. To love me is to step out of the comfort of familiar relationships and walk into the adventure of faith where only my hand leads you forward. To love me is to let me refine those around you. Either they will change so that their love for you becomes pure, or they will quietly drift away, unable to endure the light. I am here, right now, in every breath you take and in every step you are about to walk. Do not be afraid. Let your eyes be opened, not so you may look at others with suspicion, but so you may discern clearly what is truly my gift and what is a sweet but dangerous temptation. Hold my hand and say, Lord, please shine your light so I may recognize who belongs to me according to your will, and give me the courage to release what does not come from you. When you pray this way, I will answer. I will guide you through gentle but unmistakable signs, through the peace in your heart, through my word, and through the people I send to confirm your path. And no matter what circumstances surround you, remember this: no one can hide their heart from me forever. I see, I know, I understand, and I stand on the side of truth, on your side. Remain in me so that nothing and no one can wound your soul beyond what I allow. I am your refuge, your fortress, the one who never fails. You only need to cling tightly to me. Everything else, let me take care of. My child, come near me. Do not drift away from the breath of my presence in your life, even if at times you find a momentary joy beside those who seem familiar, some brief laughter, some fleeting comfort. Do not mistake that for true peace. The peace you seek is not found in short-lived conversations or sweet words that only touch the surface. True peace exists only when you step into my presence, where your soul no longer needs to pretend to be strong, where your heart rests like a child in the arms of their father. Look back at your moments with them, the smiles they offered, the stories they shared, the sense of closeness they seemed to bring, yet all of it was like a glossy coat of varnish covering wood already cracking beneath. Their hearts were not pure enough to touch the sacred places I planted within you. They were not ready to open their souls to receive the light you carry. That light, my child, is a gift from me, and because they have not learned to value that light, you have always felt a faint thorn. Inside, a subtle unease, a quiet sense that something is not right even though you could not name it. You thought it was just a fleeting emotion, but it was not. It was my voice, softly whispering within your spirit. My child, do you feel it? Every time you come into contact with them, something flickers deep within you like a gentle yet powerful warning. It is not fear, but a quiet urging that whispers, be careful. That is my voice, resounding in your spirit. I do not shout, nor do I push you with confusion or chaos. I simply lay my hand softly upon your heart and tell you to trust the intuition I have placed within you. That intuition is not born from anxiety, but from the wisdom of the Holy Spirit dwelling in you. It is the voice of God speaking within the heart of one who knows how to listen. Do not dismiss those feelings that seem faint or uncertain, my child. They are not your imagination. They are spiritual discernment, the very thing I have taught you since the days you began turning toward me in silent prayer. I have sown within you the ability to sense what others do not say, the ability to read the atmosphere of a room, the ability to perceive the distortion hidden behind a smile. When you feel an unusual distance, when their words begin to sound hollow like an echo in an empty chamber, when your heart no longer aligns with theirs, even though their speech remains sweet, pause and listen. In those moments, I am speaking to you more clearly than ever. My child, you must understand that sometimes those who are not sincere will try to confuse you. They may use refined words to make you doubt your own discernment. They may claim that I am too distant, that I do not pay attention, or that because I always forgive, everything must be fine. Yes, I am limitless love, abundant mercy, and unending forgiveness, but I never turn a blind eye to what lies within the human heart. I never ignore the dangers that approach you. I never allow you to walk into unhealthy emotional entanglements without sending warnings. and I certainly do not. Stand still when something threatens the peace I have given you. You must know that my love is not only about holding you close, it is also about showing you what can harm you. I do not love you with a soft sentiment that avoids truth. I love you with a truth that sets you free. If I stayed silent and let you believe only what you wish to believe, you would soon face deeper wounds, and that pain could be avoided if you listened to me from the beginning. I do not want your heart to be fractured by those who do not understand you, who do not value the light I have planted within your soul. My child, do you think I do not see the moments when you wonder why you feel uneasy standing next to them? I see everything. I see the look in your eyes, the forced smile you try to maintain, the shift in your heartbeat when something feels wrong. I see you trying to convince yourself that everything is fine simply because you do not want to disappoint anyone, because you always strive to keep the peace. But my child, sometimes your tenderness becomes the very gateway through which you are hurt more deeply. I do not want your gentleness to become the soil where deceit takes root. Learn to trust the slightest stirrings within your heart. They are not random, they are me. I do not speak to you through noise, I speak through impressions. I use a gentle discomfort to alert you, a weight on your spirit to caution you, an invisible distance to hold you back so you do not walk too far into someone else's darkness. People may fool your eyes, but they cannot bypass the guidance of my spirit placed within you. The closer you walk with me, the sharper this discernment becomes. My child, remember this. I do not leave you to navigate this vast world on your own. I do not let you face dishonest hearts by yourself. That is why I say to you, stay close to me. Not so that you withdraw from the world, but so that your heart may always be covered by my presence. The closer you draw to me, the more clearly you will discern what belongs to true peace and what is only the shadow of false peace. The comfort you feel when you are with them is nothing more than a passing breeze, but the peace I give is a deep and abiding stream. The joy they create for you is only an external encouragement, while the peace I place within you is what reaches the deepest places of your fort, soul places no one can touch except me. My child, they may say that everyone deserves forgiveness, and indeed, I forgive all. But forgiveness does not mean I ignore impure motives. I forgive to set souls free, yet I also judge rightly, so that other souls are protected from harm. I never forget the true condition of a person's heart, no matter how skillfully they hide it. I see beyond what human eyes can perceive, and I see the small scratches in your soul, scratches that could become deep wounds if you remain close to those who do not walk toward the light. I do not want you to endure any pain that is not necessary. My child, my words are a shield that guards your soul from the harm hidden beneath gentle appearances. My words are the lamp that guides you through crossroads that human eyes cannot distinguish. I do not write these truths upon your heart to frighten you, but to guide each step you take in genuine peace. If you listen and let these words sink into the deepest part of you, you will no longer be swept into illusions of friendship or beautiful speech. You will walk with clarity, steady, gentle, yet unwavering. You will know where to go and where to step away. And my child, I am always here not to force you, but to lead you gently. I do not control you the way people control one another through pressure or fear. I draw you toward the light with tenderness, with a protection that is invisible, yet strong. Come near to me, so your heart may rest where it truly belongs. Come near to me, so every confusion can turn into discernment. Stay close to me, so my voice becomes the strongest one within you, rising above every other voice, even the sweet ones that may lead you away from the light. My beloved child, truth in this life does not always reveal itself gently. It rarely arrives like a soft, pleasant breeze. More often it comes like a sudden beam of light piercing the darkness, causing your eyes to ache as you struggle to adjust to what you once avoided. Truth is sometimes bitter, sometimes sharp enough to make your heart throb as though someone has touched an unhealed wound. Yet, my child, it is truth itself that becomes the sunlight I use to illuminate the path before you, not to frighten you, not to hurt you, but so you will no longer stumble over illusions crafted by hearts that are not upright. I see clearly, among the circle of people you cherish, that there is one whose intentions are not aligned with the light as you believed. Though their words are gentle, their smile warm, though they show concern in ways the world calls affection, inside them dwell things that do not harmonize with the journey I have prepared for you. Think of your soul as a seed I have planted in soil chosen by my own hand, soil tended by me alone. When someone with hidden motives enters your life, they become like a toxic wind that draws life out of that seed, causing it to wither slowly without your noticing. They do not come to nourish, they come to drain. They do not come to lift you up, they come whether intentionally or unknowingly to make you weary. And I, the one who sees every heart, cannot remain silent, while hands that do not cherish your worth inflict harm upon you. You once hoped that if you loved someone enough, if you treated them with an open and generous heart, they would respond to you with equal sincerity. But not everyone in this world knows how to answer light with light. Some people, instead of offering you support, bring subtle forms of exploitation. Instead of giving you respect, they offer you cheap indulgence. Instead of choosing silence when silence is an act of love, they speak unnecessary words that disturb your heart. Those actions may appear small, yet over time they erode your heart the way a stream wears down stone. You may not notice it immediately, but I see it clearly, piece by piece. I know there are moments when you feel confused because the people you trust do not treat you the way you have treated them. You feel confused because you cannot understand why your sincerity receives only emptiness in return. You feel confused because you wonder whether you have done something wrong. But my child, do not blame yourself. It is not that you lack anything. It is that their hearts are not yet ready to receive the purity you carry. When you carry light while they remain familiar with darkness, your presence unsettles them. They do not understand why you carry a peace within a peace I have whispered into you. It is precisely this difference that makes them try to influence you, to pull you back into their rhythm of life, where cheap indulgence replaces respect, where empty words are easier to speak than the precious silence of sincerity. My child, I do not want you to confuse indulgence with love. Indulgence is merely a coating of sweetness on an empty cup. They may soothe your emotions for a moment, but they cannot build spiritual maturity within you. They may give you brief comfort, but they cannot give you the true value you deserve. Respect is different. It is not sweet at first, but it produces lasting worth. It does not shout, but speaks through consistency. It does not toy with emotions, but rests in sincerity. You were created not to receive indulgence, but to receive honor. Not everyone who speaks sweetly truly loves you, and not everyone who is silent is indifferent. Some stay silent because they respect the space of your soul, but the one I am speaking to you about, they speak when silence is needed. They act when stillness is required. They stir your heart when you need peace. Remember, the human heart does not change easily unless I touch it. Some will promise you that they will change, that they will become better, that they will fix what they have done wrong. But a promise is not transformation. People may say they want to stand in the light, but only when they allow me to touch their hearts will real change occur. If they still cling to hidden motives, if they do not allow my light to shine upon their inner darkness, then their promises are nothing more than breath on a mirror, appearing and disappearing in an instant. You cannot wait for transformation from a heart that does not wish to be transformed. I tell you these things not to make you afraid, but to help you recognize. I do not want you entangled in relationships that rob you of the peace I have placed within you. That peace, my child, is a sacred treasure, not something everyone can understand. Those who are not pure will feel discomfort when they are near that peace. They do not understand its source, so they try to disturb it. They prefer loud laughter over the stillness of the soul. They prefer fleeting emotions over the depth shaped by my presence. And for that reason, they try to pull you back into the terrain they are familiar with. But that will damage your soul if you are not alert. Pay attention to the moments when your heart suddenly sinks, even though the environment around you seems cheerful. Pay attention to the moments when you lose your sense of direction, even while hearing pleasant words. Pay attention to the moments when your intuition warns you, when an inner voice, gentle yet firm, whispers, "Do not let them go too deep into your life." That is me. I speak to you through inner stirring, through a heaviness of heart, through a brief yet truthful sense of unease. The Holy Spirit within you is the one who illuminates, helping you discern what belongs to me and what does not. My child, If you ignore the voice I place within you, you will walk into a rocky path I have tried to shield you from. You will wound yourself unnecessarily. I do not want you to encounter such pain, because it is entirely avoidable if you simply trust my guidance. I see what you cannot yet see. I understand human nature more clearly than you do. And in my love, I always try to lead you toward relationships that nourish you rather than wear you down. Let my words cover you like a sacred armor that shields you from everything that does not belong to the light. Let my words guide your steps like a lamp illuminating every shadow you are about to walk through. My words are not meant only to be read, they are meant to be lived. My words are not meant merely to be heard, they are meant to become the compass of your heart. You do not walk alone, nor do you choose your path in isolation. I am leading you with every step, whether you perceive it or not. Whenever you open your heart to listen to me, you will realize that I am guiding you along the path of true peace, a peace no one in this world can take away from you. My beloved child, deep within my heart there is always a tender desire that those around you, the ones you call friends, the ones you care for, trust, and hope for, will one day recognize the light I have placed inside you. How I long for them to let that light guide them, to allow their hearts to soften, to let what is crooked within their souls be purified, to become refined so they can walk with you on the journey I am building for your life. But my child, I cannot control the human heart. The way you might open or close a door, I do not force anyone to change when their soul is not ready to open. The love I give is never coercion. It is freedom, freedom to choose the light or freedom to remain in the shadows. And because of this, there are souls who stand very close to you in distance yet remain far from you in spirit. You must understand this. I can shake the heavens and the earth. I can form creation by my word. I can calm the sea or stir its waves. But I choose not to touch the free will I have given humankind. I do not twist or bend anyone's heart, because true love never imposes itself. And because I honor that freedom, all I can do is whisper into your soul what you need to know, so you may discern who is walking in the wrong direction, who is standing outside the light, and who carries intentions that do not come from me. My child, you do not realize how precious your heart is. The heart I placed within you is not merely an organ that feels, but a holy sanctuary, a temple where my spirit delights to dwell. You are the vessel of something sacred, and it is my desire to guard it. Not everything precious is meant to be given to everyone, and not everyone has the reverence to recognize the value of what I have placed inside you. That is why I tell you, do not waste your trust. Do not lay your whole soul open to those who do not yet know how to honor it. Do not place your spiritual pearls into the hands of someone who sees them only as meaningless stones. I see the cracks in the human heart that you cannot see. I know who speaks to you with sincerity and who speaks with sweetness only to conceal the shadows within. The one who offers gentle words may, at times, hide indifference behind every sentence. The one who smiles softly may bury unholy intentions behind that pleasant expression. You have always believed that your kindness might bring transformation to them, but true transformation does not come from your desire. It comes only when their heart allows me to touch it, and if they do not open their heart for my work, then you will never be able to change them, no matter how much you try. My child, I want you to guard your heart the way someone guards a flame in the freezing night. Keep it safe, for it is where I dwell. You must not allow anyone to trample on that sacred ground. I have placed within your heart holiness, clarity, peace, and a love that surpasses every other thing. Your heart is the place where I have woven threads of hope, faith, purity, and compassion. Do not let anyone use pleasant words to enter that place, only to damage what I have carefully cultivated in you. Love, my child, is not merely extending your hand to give. True love always walks hand in hand with discernment. A heart that truly loves is a heart that sees not with the eyes of the flesh, but with the eyes of the spirit, the sight that distinguishes truth from imitation, sincerity from deception. I want your love, not only to be gentle but also sharp in wisdom, not only capable of giving, but also capable of stopping when necessary, not only able to embrace, but also strong enough to release what can wound your soul. My child, There are people you believe you truly understand. There are people you think you see clearly, yet they may be hiding small corners of darkness you have not yet perceived. Perhaps it is not a great deception, not an obvious wrongdoing, but merely tiny lies, unclean thoughts, quiet calculations beneath the surface. But my child, I tell you this truth, even one small lie can become a blade that fractures your soul if you ignore it. A single, small thing left unseen can become the root of a great sorrow, and later you may not understand why you must carry a pain that could have been prevented. I see clearly what unfolds beyond the reach of your eyes. I see those who come to you because they are drawn to the light, and those who approach only because they want to bask in the warmth you carry. I see who truly values your presence, and who only reaches for you to fill the selfish emptiness within them. I discern the hidden intentions of those walking beside you, intentions you cannot recognize at first glance, and I cannot remain silent when those intentions might one day become the very reason your heart is crushed. You do not understand this yet, but your pain is also my pain. When you shed silent tears, I witness every drop. When you try to be strong but tremble inside, I feel every heavy breath you take. I never desire for your heart to bear wounds it does not deserve. That is why I am speaking now, not to restrict your ability to love, but to make your love wiser, not to make you distrust everyone, but to teach you to discern between what is genuine and what is merely a disguise. My child, I want you to know that every time I intervene in your life, I do so through action, not merely through words. My care for you is not a vague sentiment. It is a real and active strength, one that shields you from unnecessary pain. And right now, the action I am taking is to lead you away from a spiral that could harm your soul. I will not allow you to continue toward a place that would cause you to lose yourself. I pull you back, I soothe your heart, I place my hand upon your shoulder and say, "Stop here, my child, for the place you are about to step into is not where I desire you to be wounded." You often believe that love means enduring everything, accepting everything, and sacrificing yourself until nothing is left. But my child, the love I teach is not blind love. True love knows how to protect itself, how to set boundaries, how to recognize when to stop. True love does not leave you in constant pain, does not fill you with anxiety, does not make you feel small or unworthy. True love is where your heart is honored, where your soul is safe, where peace flows through you, like gentle water running across a quiet meadow. My child, I have placed my spirit within you to guard the sacred temple of your soul. He reminds you, he warns you, he whispers truths into your heart that your natural ears cannot hear. Do not dismiss these gentle nudges. Do not assume that uneasiness is simply a fleeting emotion. Do not overlook what seems invisible yet stirs within you. Every quiet tremor inside your spirit is a signal I want you to pay attention to. My desire is not for you to withdraw from everyone, but for you to walk with clarity and a guarded heart. I want you to understand that not everyone who draws near to you is someone I have sent. Some appear to test you, some to teach you a lesson, some to simply pass through your life, and yes, some come with intentions far from pure. I do not want you to entrust your life to such people. Listen to me. Hold your heart as the precious jewel I have given you. Know that when I speak to you, it is because I love you far more deeply than you can comprehend. I do not want you to endure another wound that you could have avoided. I do not want you to weep over people who are unworthy of your tears. I want you to stand upright, strong, peaceful, and to walk in my light, the light that never fades, the light that never changes. My child, I have watched you give far more than you keep for yourself. You offer love with an open and generous heart. You offer trust without reservation. You offer gentleness without checking whether others truly understand its value. I see every gesture, every sacrifice, every quiet sigh you release when your soul grows weary. I know that everything you do flows from a pure and sincere spirit. You are not trying to become good, you already carry goodness within you. Because you are so precious, it is for this very reason that I speak to you today. Not to warn you about any particular person, but to remind you about yourself, that your heart is sacred ground, and sacred ground cannot be given away casually, that your soul is the place I have chosen to place my spirit, and such a place must be cared for with wisdom, not merely with emotion, that you must know when to stop when you feel yourself becoming drained, and know when to return when you sense that your peace is fading. My child, life is not always clear. There are moments when you believe you are walking the right path, yet suddenly your heart feels uncertain. There are times when something familiar exhausts you more than it lifts you up. There are moments when a familiar smile makes you feel strangely distant, and you cannot explain why. These things are not signs for you to panic, but gentle invitations to pause, to look deeper into yourself, and to return to me, the place where clarity always dwells. I am not teaching you to view life with suspicion, but with understanding. I am not calling you to withdraw from people, but calling you to draw closer to the truth within your own soul. There are small details in everyday life that you often overlook: the lack of peace you feel when doing something, the subtle confusion that rises when you hear certain words, the quiet nudge inside telling you that you need rest. You often assume these are vague emotions, but I tell you, they are the gentle whispers of my Spirit within you. He does not speak with thunder, but with a soft breath, and you need deep stillness of heart to hear him. My beloved child, you do not need to fear anything. You only need to learn how to truly listen to your own heart, the place where I dwell. You are my temple, and I have placed within you a light strong enough to illuminate every shadow. When you encounter something unclear, you do not need to worry. Simply pause and let me guide you. When you sense something that does not align with your values, do not rush to dismiss it. Bring it before me, and I will show you what is true and what you need to release. My child, do not be afraid to look directly at the things that weigh down your heart. Truth itself does not hurt you. What exhausts you is avoiding the truth. When you see clearly what is stealing your peace, you will understand that your soul is inviting you to return, to find balance again, to find me again. I want you to see with spiritual eyes, not merely with eyes that look at the surface. Spiritual eyes see your true worth, see that you deserve healthy love, that you deserve complete respect, that you deserve to be lifted up, not made weary. Oh, my child, how many times have I watched you cling to something simply because it is familiar? You hold on to a relationship, a habit, or a belief simply because it has been with you for a long time. But not everything that has been present long enough is good for you. Not every memory is a place you should return to. Not everyone who once walked closely with you is meant to continue the journey you are walking with me. I want you to understand that no one is requiring you to hold on to what is stealing your peace, even if it once brought you joy. My beloved child, you often think that letting go means failure. But sometimes letting go is a form of growth. Sometimes letting go is how you tell yourself, I deserve something better. And it is true, you do deserve better than anything you have ever received. You deserve a peace that no one can take away from you. You deserve a love that is healthy, that does not wound you, that does not make you doubt yourself, that does not dim the light I have placed within you. My child, I am still here, not distant, not silent, even if you feel that way. Every time you return, I look at you with the gentle eyes of a father who understands you to your core. I do not blame you for giving much. I do not grieve that you trusted. I only want to help you see everything with wider vision, so you will not shed tears over things you could have avoided. I want you to move forward not in fear, but in light. Walk as someone who knows they are loved, sheltered, and guided. Believe that when you act with my wisdom, you will not step wrongly. When you listen to the gentle reminders within your soul, you will always choose well. And when you face something that causes you hesitation, simply call my name. I will come without delay, without hesitation. My beloved child, I have prepared for you a future of peace, not confusion. I have arranged for you relationships that lift you up rather than weigh you down. I have appointed for you people who will cherish you. All you need is patience and a willingness to walk in my light. When you learn to honor yourself, you will naturally draw to your life those who know how to honor you. When you guard your own soul, you will meet hearts that know how to guard you. And when you learn to listen to me, you will never lose your way. My beloved child, in every breath you take, I am still holding your heart in the gentleness of my hands. In this very moment, I am inviting you to return to me through your most honest prayer, not because you must fear anything, but because I want you to be free from the burdens, the uncertainties, and the quiet restlessness that sometimes weighs on your spirit even when you cannot name it. Come to me in stillness even for a single minute so that I may place my hand upon your soul and open before you what you have not yet seen. My child, begin to practice seeking counsel from me before anything else. It is not that the opinions of others are wrong, but I long for you to understand that your true foundation does not rest in a pleasant smile, nor in a gentle word, nor in an outward appearance that seems to comfort you. Do not let your heart depend solely on a fleeting spark of admiration, not because another person intends harm, but because you need a far stronger foundation, one built on holy wisdom, on the truth I give, on a light that never changes. Come to me, and I will illuminate for you the things you need to know, the things that bring genuine peace. Do not imagine that I will speak through grand declarations or overwhelming signs. No, I often speak through what is small and quiet, through the subtle impressions that your sensitive heart is able to hear. A gentle warning, a brief sense of unease, an intuition urging you to pause. I constantly speak to you in this way with a tenderness that only those who know how to still their souls can perceive. My child, the truth may sometimes shake you, because it does not resemble what you have long grown accustomed to believing. Yet truth always opens a new door, the door of freedom. When you welcome truth, you are no longer tied to what is unclear. You no longer have to guess what others think or what you must do to be accepted. Truth frees you from invisible bonds you did not realize you were carrying. You will be surprised to see that many things that have burdened your heart for so long will dissolve the moment my light shines upon them. When you look at everything through my light, you walk with a peace that does not come from people. You love without fear of being wounded, because you understand that your worth is not shaped by anyone's tone or attitude. You will become the person I created you to be. Strong yet gentle, wise yet humble, free yet not careless. You will learn how to love without confusing love with blindness, kindness with appeasement, or patience with sacrificing yourself until you are empty. My child, there are people who unintentionally draw you into stories that exhaust your heart. Gossip, pointless arguments, careless words, not because they are bad, but because they themselves have not yet understood what peace truly is. They may unintentionally bring chaos into your life, but what I desire for you is not to withdraw from them with disdain. No, all I ask is that you stand firm in my light. When others are entangled in their own turmoil, do not let yourself be pulled into that whirlpool. Stand in the place of my peace, the place where you know you belong, where your heart is not swept away by the winds of life. You do not need to argue, defend yourself, or explain with many words. Your peace is already a mighty shield. The integrity of your spirit is already a testimony. Your self-control is already the strongest voice you carry. My child, I have never asked you to take revenge or expose anyone. Such things do not come from me. You were not created to be the judge. You were created to be a bearer of light. Remember this. I am the one who tends to every heart, not you. I have my ways, my timing, and my wisdom that you cannot fully grasp. For this reason, you do not need to take on the burden of revealing anyone's faults. All you need is to keep your own heart pure and leave everything else to me. My child, the holiness I have placed within you is a strength nothing can break. When you live in alignment with that purity, you become stronger than any word that could wound you. When you keep your faithfulness, you rise above anything the world may try to use to diminish you. When you hold on to integrity, you step into a realm where darkness cannot reach. Look at that purity as a garment of armor, one that is not rigid, yet unshakably firm. It wraps you in peace. It gives you strength to smile when others misunderstand you. It enables you to stand tall when people's hearts change. It helps you walk lightly when the world around you grows loud. My child, never believe that gentleness is weakness. Your gentleness surpasses the hardness of harsh words. Never think silence means defeat. Your silence, when it flows from peace, is the strongest voice of all. Never think that your honesty is a vulnerability. That very honesty is the evidence that I am alive within you. My beloved one, in this vast and ever-changing world, there is one thing that never shifts. Your heart, the sacred gift into which I breathed life, poured light, and planted a divine purpose. I want you to understand that every good thing within you is not accidental. It has been nurtured by grace, protected by my covering, and shaped through the trials you have walked through. But because that heart is so pure, I need you to cherish it more than anything, for not everyone who enters your life knows how to honor the sacred things I have placed within you. There will be moments when someone brings you a smile, yet the meaning behind that smile is not something you can always see right away. There will be tears that fall in front of you, seeming sincere, yet they may simply mask another intention. I do not want you to fear people, nor do I want you to close your heart to life. I only desire that you remain awake because spiritual awareness is the light that guides the maturing soul and the wings that carry you closer to me. My child, I have never placed anyone in your life without purpose. Every person, whether they brought you joy or caused your heart to ache, is a lesson I sent to widen your understanding of the world and of yourself. I do not let someone appear in your path merely to hurt you. I allow them to come so that you may learn discernment, learn to see beneath the surface of others, and above all, learn to look back at your own heart to see how purely you loved, how deeply you gave, how sincerely you trusted. You may grieve when you discover someone is not who you believed they were. You may feel a deep disappointment when the affection you offered is not returned with sincerity. I know that pain. I know how much hope you placed in them, how much trust, how many tender moments you shared, and when those things are disregarded, your soul feels the sting. But let me hold you in my peace. Do not blame yourself, and do not resent them. Your sorrow is only a small part of a much larger journey, a journey that leads you toward inner maturity, toward a heart that is stronger, clearer, and more grounded. I want you to understand, the sadness you feel today is not an ending, it is simply the quiet space where you can hear my voice more clearly. I have never allowed you to walk alone. When someone leaves your life, or when a relationship reveals its shallowness, do not think I have abandoned you. I am opening another door, a place where genuine souls dwell, where honesty breathes freely, where those I have chosen will walk with you through the most beautiful chapters ahead. You deserve hearts that are true, connections woven with sincerity and not pretense. And I promise, as you keep your heart pure, I will lead those people to you at the right time, in the right way. My child, you were not born to be a shelter for deceit. Your soul was formed from light, and it cannot thrive in the shadows of manipulation. I want you to recognize your worth. I want you to see clearly that your heart is holy ground meant only for those who know how to bow with reverence, not for those who seek convenience or temporary comfort. Not everyone who reaches for you is worthy of the purity you carry. Not everyone who appears kind on the surface deserves the openness of your heart. I know your heart is easily moved. You feel compassion quickly, and you readily stand beside those who shed tears. That tender compassion is one of the greatest gifts I have placed within you. But you must also understand that compassion is not an open door for others to take advantage of. I want you to care for your heart the way one tends a sacred lamp, knowing when it should shine, and knowing when it must be shielded from the cold and careless winds. Do not blame yourself for loving someone too deeply. True love is never wrong, even when it is given to the wrong person. The only mistake is continuing to give when you already know you are being wounded, and when you clearly sense that I am calling you to walk away. Be courageous enough to step away from what weighs your soul down. Believe that every ending is like a dry branch falling away so that new shoots can grow. My beloved child, before anything else, you must engrave this unchanging truth deep within your heart. What happened in your past has absolutely no authority to define who you will become. The mistakes you once made, the wounds others inflicted, the words that left your heart bleeding, all of these are merely small chapters in a book that I, myself, am writing with you. They are not the final pages. They are not your identity, and they cannot prevent me from fulfilling what I have already planned for your life. I am the one who begins, and the one who brings all things to completion. When the pen is in my hand, no force in heaven or on earth can take that authority away from me. Therefore, my child, lift your weary eyes and look back to me. Do not turn toward the voices of gossip. Do not seek answers in the doubtful looks of others. Do not allow someone's gestures, glances, or behavior to shake your heart. This world is full of sounds that can stir confusion, but my voice is gentler, deeper, and stronger than all the noise you have ever heard. If you keep your eyes on me, you will no longer be pulled into the fog of deception. I am the one who walks with you through every uneven road, the one who knows every breath you take, every tear you shed, and every hidden desire in your soul. Now I want you to lean in and listen with your spirit, for what I am about to tell you is of great importance. I want to lead you into lessons my people in the scriptures once had to learn, so you may understand why I urge you to walk with discernment, with a sincere heart, and with clear, awakened eyes, not to make you fearful, but to keep you safe in my arms, so that you do not become a victim of deception, nor unknowingly become someone who deceives others. Remember that in the days of the prophets, though many lived under my watch, countless people among them still chose to wear masks. They wrapped themselves in a cloak of holiness. They spoke righteous words, performed rituals, and maintained an appearance of devotion. But inside, their hearts were cold as stone. They memorized the law but did not walk in love. They offered sacrifices but not their hearts. They spoke about justice yet acted with deceit. They preached mercy yet knew nothing of compassion. Their prayers were long but empty. Their ceremonies were grand but carried no fragrance pleasing to me. All of it was merely a veil, covering their pride, their ego, and their distance from me. I warned them many times, for I see what no one else sees. I perceive every thought, every intention, every fracture in their spirit. They believed that as long as the wrong within them was hidden beneath a garment of holiness, everything would be fine. But my child, pretense always stinks before me. Hypocrisy is what grieves my heart the most, for it strips away the authenticity I designed humanity to carry. No one can hide their motives from my sight. Even if they perform flawlessly before people, when they stand under my light, every mask falls away. And you hear this not as a threat, but as my protection. I do not want you to be deceived by sweet words that carry no truth. I do not want your mind tangled by those who are skillful at acting but do not live sincerely. Even more, I do not want you to become like them, speaking beautifully yet living without truth in your heart. People may look at a bright smile and think it is genuine. They may hear kind words and assume the speaker is sincere. They may witness good deeds and believe they come from pure motives. But I do not look with human eyes. I look directly into the depths of the soul. I see the intentions a person hides even from themselves. My child, on your journey, there will be people who approach you with gentle smiles, with a friendly appearance, and with words that seem sincere. Yet the truth is often the opposite. Some may appear to walk beside you, but their hearts are filled with hidden motives. Some may speak encouragement while secretly hoping to see you stumble. Some may claim to care, though in reality, they only wish to use you for their own purposes. I do not want you to look at life with suspicion, but I am teaching you to develop spiritual discernment. A heart that knows how to love must also possess eyes that know how to distinguish. Without that discernment, you will leave the door open for things that do not come from me to enter your life, and when that happens, it is you who will be wounded. Learn from the stories of my people in ancient times. There were false prophets whose words sounded like truth. They used my name although they did not belong to me. They spoke things that pleased the ears, yet their words led entire communities astray. They made my people believe that all was well, while in their hearts lay corruption and injustice. I rebuked them because they pushed my people far from me, and their deceit wounded many souls. My child, I want you to understand that deception does not only harm others, it slowly destroys the soul of the one who practices it. When a person wears a mask for too long, they forget the true face beneath it. When they become accustomed to speaking words without living them out, their conscience becomes hardened. When they use kindness to disguise intention, they lose the ability to love genuinely. Therefore, do not judge by outward appearances. Listen to me. Let me be the light that illuminates the path you walk. Only when you walk in my light can darkness fail to hide anything from you. Some people once convinced you of their sincerity. Some appeared caring and spoke beautiful words, yet you later discovered their words did not align with their actions. They said they loved you, but their actions caused you pain. They said they valued you, but when you needed them most, they turned away. Do not let such experiences make you question your worth, for their betrayal does not define you, it only reveals who they truly are. My child, I speak these things so that you will not stumble again, so that those with impure intentions will never have the chance to come close to your heart. I want you to walk with wisdom without losing your softness. I want you to love without being taken advantage of. I want you to open your heart, yet know your boundaries. Above all, I want you to remain authentic, even in a world where many choose to live behind masks. When you live true to yourself, you become a reflection of me. When you choose sincerity instead of display, you bring joy to heaven. When you choose humility instead of boasting, you grow more into my likeness. And when you choose to walk in truth, darkness will never defeat you. My child, I cherish the honesty within you. I love your heart that does not seek to show off. I love the way you strive to do what is right even when no one sees. I love how you stay silent when you have every right to defend yourself. I love how you choose peace over competition. I love the tears you offer to me when you feel misunderstood. I love the way you try to keep your heart tender even after being hurt many times. And because you are so precious, I desire to shield you from those who are not sincere. I want to protect your pure heart from unclean hands. I want to wrap you in my light so that anything impure cannot touch your soul. My child, remember this. I am the one who leads you through every lie. No matter how carefully someone hides behind a mask, they cannot deceive me. No matter how deeply someone buries their true motives, I see through them. And if you walk with me, no one will be able to mislead you. Therefore, fix your eyes on me, not on people. Keep your heart anchored in me, not in passing emotions. Let your steps follow my voice, not the sweet words of those who only know how to charm with their lips. I will always speak truth to you, even when that truth is painful to hear. I will always warn you whenever you are approaching danger. I will always place discernment in your spirit whenever someone insincere comes near. And I will never allow you to walk without the guiding light of my presence. My child, I want you to know one more thing. Even though the world is filled with deceit, there are still those who are genuinely sincere. I will bring them into your life at the right time. They will not need to wear a cloak of holiness to prove anything. They will show true love through action, through patience, through faithfulness. And you will recognize them by the peace that settles in your heart when you are near them, for that peace comes from me. My beloved child, let me teach you how to live wisely while still keeping your purity. Let me teach you to walk without fear, yet without naivety. Let me give you eyes that look directly into truth, and ears that discern every word not born of my spirit. My precious one, listen carefully to what I am about to say, for this is not merely a warning, but a shield for your soul in days when truth and falsehood, light and darkness, are tangled together. When people wear masks, they do not merely deceive one another, they also believe they can conceal themselves from me. They decorate their image with outward kindness, manipulate praise, and seek status, hoping that the persona they create will make others bow. But my child, I do not bow before falsehood. I am not swayed by sweet words. I stand against every form of spiritual disguise. I come to lift the veil and expose what is hidden in the dark. I come to cleanse my people from all that does not belong to the light. In your daily life, you will meet countless people who wear the garment of kindness, who smile gently, who speak pleasant words, who claim to be faithful, loving, and sincere. Yet deep within, many lies a storm they refuse to acknowledge. There are those who come to you only when you can offer convenience. But when you face hardship, their promises vanish like smoke. There are those who praise you to your face, pretending affection. Yet behind your back they release words that wound your honor. There are those who speak of unity, of love, of support, but in action, they choose betrayal. They turn away. They remain silent when truth demands. They stand up. My child, all these things are masks woven from fear, selfishness, jealousy, and spiritual immaturity. They can easily deceive people, but they cannot deceive me. A smile can hide jealousy burning beneath the surface. A warm embrace can carry the intention to control. Sweet words can veil quiet manipulation. Some hands reach out to help, but hidden beneath is a hook that seeks to bind your soul. I speak these things not to make you bitter, not to make you live in suspicion, and not to make you fear every person you encounter. I am teaching you to walk with the awareness of a child of the light, a child who knows how to love, yet also how to discern, who knows how to open their heart, yet also how to guard it, who knows how to be kind, yet not weak, who knows how to be gracious, yet does not give falsehood any place in their life. Test all things with love and with the wisdom that comes from the Holy Spirit. Do not listen only to what people say, look at whether their actions reflect truth. Words are surface, actions reveal essence. Someone may claim to be loyal, but when trials come, do they still stand with you? Someone may appear kind, but when no one is watching, does that kindness remain? Someone may speak of sacrifice, but have they ever truly sacrificed anything? My child, genuine love bears fruit in the places unseen. Real love does not seek praise, does not hunger for applause, does not wait for reward. It is quiet, patient, steady, and sincere. It pays a price and is still willing to pay. It is strong without boasting. It is humble without fearing disdain. True love reflects my very nature. False love, however, is the complete opposite. It craves attention. It avoids anything that demands sacrifice. It speaks much, but acts little. It hides the truth because it fears the light. It wraps itself in a layer of outward kindness while deep within it lies greed, envy, and a hunger for power. People like that are afraid of the light because the light exposes what they refuse to see in themselves. Watch closely how they treat those who can offer them nothing. That is a simple yet honest test. Those who walk in the light will treat everyone with kindness, even the poor, the weak, and the ones who cannot give anything in return. Those who live in darkness show kindness only to those they want to please. Whether it is light or darkness, when you come close, you can feel it. I also want you to remember the profound difference between someone who is wounded and unintentionally hurts others, and someone who deliberately uses their pain as a weapon to pierce the hearts of others. Some souls only need healing, and once healed, they will become gentler than you imagine. But there are also souls who choose to use their wounds as a mask to justify manipulation, control, and deception. My beloved child, I do not want you to be hurt by such faces ever again. I want you to know how to discern what love comes from me and what is merely disguised kindness. I want you to know how to avoid the hands that reach out to lure you into a trap. I want you to know the difference between my voice and the voice of deception. I want you to know that not everyone who smiles is your friend. Not everyone who speaks kindly has good intentions. Not everyone who appears holy belongs to me. Many use my name, yet their hearts have never been surrendered to me. Many speak of love, yet do not truly understand what love is. Many read scripture, yet their hearts remain closed to the light of my word. But my child, the important thing I want you to understand is this: you do not need to become suspicious of everyone to stay safe. You only need to listen to me. When I warn you, pause. When I stir your spirit to move forward, take the step. When I make your heart uneasy about someone, trust that I am protecting. When I fill your soul with peace, know that my light is guiding your path. When you walk with me, no one can deceive you forever. Falsehood may flash brightly for a moment like lightning, but my light endures and penetrates every hidden place. No matter how skillfully someone may pretend, in my light, every concealed intention will one day be revealed. My child, do not rush to give your heart to anyone just because they speak pleasing words. Let me teach you to recognize what is not pure. Gentleness does not always mean sincerity. Pleasant manners do not always mean loyalty. Beautiful words do not always belong to a beautiful heart. I want you to become someone who loves without being naive, who trusts without being blind, who is generous, yet still knows how to set sacred boundaries to guard your soul. When you place your heart in my hands, no one can corrupt it. And I also want you to know that among the many masks in this world, I still have people of genuine hearts reserved for you. People who do not need to perform, embellish themselves, or seek to impress. They will come to you with authenticity and a tenderness that rises from deep within. I will place them in your life as gifts. They will not compete for position. They will not seek to control your steps. They will love you in a wholesome, respectful, and steadfast way. Their love will not wound you, it will uplift you, heal you, and walk beside you. My child, do not fear the truth. The truth never harms you, only deception does. I come to shine light on truth so you may know where you stand, who you are walking with, and where you are headed. Nothing is safer than walking in my light. Therefore, in these days, when masks are used more often than sincerity, stand firm in spiritual wisdom, live truthfully, love truthfully, trust truthfully, and discern truthfully. And above all, keep a sacred place for me in your heart, for when your eyes are fixed on me, no lie can charm you, and no darkness can swallow the light within your soul. My beloved child, the first thing I want to plant deeply in your spirit is the call to transparency. Truthfulness is not merely something you express with your lips. It is a choice rooted in the depths of your heart where no one sees but me. I want you to live with an open heart without hiding, without building walls, without covering yourself in false layers of protection. I want you to walk in truth, for only in truth can your soul breathe, be healed, be free, and grow into the very image I have placed within you. When you sin, my child, I do not want you to conceal it. I do not ask you to be perfect before coming to me. On the contrary, I am the place where you may tremble and confess your failures. Come to me when you are weakest, when you fall the most, when you have nothing left to show anyone. The more you hide, the deeper sin sinks into your spirit. But when you dare to speak to me, to acknowledge it, to face the wrong within you, my light immediately breaks through and the darkness loses its power over you. When you are afraid, acknowledge that fear. Do not try to pretend that you are stronger than you actually feel. Do not swallow your tears and attempt to stand firm by your own will. I see every trembling heartbeat, every worry you hide in the night, every question you do not dare to speak aloud. I do not blame you for being afraid. I only ache when you try to pretend that you are not. You do not need to appear brave before me. I want you to be honest with yourself before you can be strong before the world. True strength does not come from denying fear, but from placing that fear into my hands. When the love within you grows cold, whether it is love for me, for others, or for yourself, do not hide it as if it were something shameful. There are days when your heart feels dry, seasons when the flame no longer burns, and moments when you feel distant from me, even though you know I have never left your side. I want you to speak these things, because silence widens the distance, while truth becomes the bridge that allows me to touch the place where you hurt most deeply. The more honest you are, the easier it is for me to heal you. My child, you do not need to build a more polished image of yourself in order for me to love you. I love you in your weakness, in your trembling, in the days when you have nothing left except a weary soul. I do not ask you to be flawless. Right now, I ask only one thing: be truthful. Let me see you exactly as you are, without makeup, without masks, without hiding. Allow yourself to be fully yourself in my light. And when you are honest, that is when I begin my nurturing work within you. I will shape you with my gentle hands. I will refine you with a fire that is soft yet powerful. I do not shape anything false. I do not refine anything fabricated. I work only with what is real. Real hearts, real repentance, real brokenness, real humility. The more you hide, the more you lose the opportunity to be healed. The more you open your heart, the more I pour into you. I remove masks, my child. I do not work with the shallow coverings you use to protect yourself. I come to peel back the layers: shame, fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood, the places you avoid, the memories you have buried. I want you to be free, and there is no true freedom while the mask still clings to your face. My ears are sensitive to the sound of sincerity, but I remain silent before confessions wrapped in pretense. I honor the souls who dare to stand before me uncovered, without excuses, without justification, without crafting reasons. I honor the hearts courageous enough to say, I am weak, but I want to be healed. I treasure the tears shed in truth more than 1,000 prayers spoken in concealment. My child, remember this: the mask you wear to hide your pain also hides your light. You cannot conceal only a part of yourself. When you hide a wound, you also hide the beauty I placed within you. When you hide your exhaustion, You also lock the door to those I long to send to lift you up. When you pretend that everything is fine, you bury the true needs of your soul, the need to be loved, to be understood, to be held, to be seen, to be healed. You close the doors of your heart not only to those who can love you, but also to those whom you can love. You bury the gift I want to give to others through your very brokenness. You think your brokenness is something shameful, but in my eyes, it is the song of humility, the furnace of growth, and the fertile ground where I plant my greatest works. My beloved child, it is in brokenness that I perform my most wondrous work. A seed can only grow when it splits open. Clay can only be shaped when it softens. Gold can only be refined when it melts. And the soul can only change when it reaches its most vulnerable point. I have taken things that seemed destined to fall apart and used them to raise up the strongest warriors. I have turned tears into worship. I have turned pain into compassion. I have used failures to open the path to victory. I have used brokenness to reveal my glory. It is not your perfection that moves me. It is the truth you choose to live. A heart that shines does not shine because it has never been shattered, but because you allow me to mend every fracture with my own light. No one loves the light more deeply than the one who has walked through darkness. No one cherishes healing more than the one who has carried wounds. No one understands love more profoundly than the one who once believed they were unworthy of being loved. My child, why do you hide from me when you know I see everything? Why do you pretend to be strong when your strength is fading? Why do you keep a calm face while your heart is in turmoil? Why are you afraid to admit your exhaustion when I am the very place where your soul finds rest? I have never asked you to carry everything alone. I have not called you to harden yourself. I have called you to draw near, to lay down the burdens you have been holding in solitude. When you remove your mask, no one who truly loves you will love you less. Those who were never genuine may walk away, but they were never meant to stay with you in the first place. Those who belong to your life will come closer, and I will hold you with a love that never fades. I am not afraid of your weakness. I am not surprised by the thoughts you feel you should never say aloud. I am not wounded when you confess that your heart is dry. I am not disappointed when you can no longer stand upright. I have known all of these things long before you ever spoke them, but I want you to speak not so that I may know, but so that you may be set free. My child, do not turn your pain into a secret. Secrets create chains, but truth brings liberation. You cannot crave healing and hide your wounds at the same time. You cannot long for transformation while clinging to your mask. The mask suffocates you. It tightens around your soul. It wearies you more than you have dared to admit. But when you lay it down, light begins to flow in. I work in the uncovered heart. I use what is most real in you to shape what is most beautiful in you. My child, live transparently. Live truthfully with yourself. Let your heart be held, be healed, be loved, be seen. Let me rebuild you from the deepest place within the place no mask has ever reached. My beloved child, there are things in the spiritual life that only souls who have fought real battles can truly understand. Your testimony, the very thing that may touch others, awaken them, and bring them to truth, does not come from the perfect picture you once wished to present. It does not come from the moments you stood strong, confident, unshaken. It does not come from a life without stumble, without pain, without hardship. Your true testimony comes from the struggle, from the days you thought you would collapse but chose to rise again, from the nights when your tears soaked your pillow, yet you still whispered, "Lord, I trust you." Your testimony is written through wounds that have healed, through the hidden places you dared to reveal, through the scars that only my love could turn into beauty. When you allow others to see those scars, those places where you once hurt, once broke, once fell, they do not see your weakness. They see me in you. They see the one who healed you. They see the endurance I placed within you. They see the light that has replaced the darkness in you. And sometimes, the very scar you try hardest to hide is the one I desire to use to awaken someone's heart, because they will realize, if I did that for you, I will surely do it for them. My child, in your daily life, I am calling you to walk with an undivided soul, a life that reflects the truth within you, rather than a performance before others. If you say you love justice, then let it be seen in the way you treat the vulnerable, the voiceless, the overlooked, Let your compassion toward them become the living proof of the righteousness you profess. For true righteousness is not found in words but in the hands you extend and the heart you open. If you say you honor marriage, let that honor be revealed through unwavering faithfulness, through humble gestures, through patience in difficult seasons. Marriage is not upheld by vows spoken on a joyful day, but by the quiet choices made daily. The choice to love when emotion runs dry, the choice to forgive when wounded, the choice to walk together through the longest nights. My child, true honor is proven in hardship, not in ease. If you say you follow me, then let even the smallest of your decisions reflect that truth. Do not let your devotion live only in the prayers you whisper behind closed doors. Do not let your worship appear only when your hands are raised in the sanctuary. Let your love for me flow into each step you take, each choice you make, each response you give when trials come. Let your faith become something seen with the eyes, not just heard with the ears. My child, there will be moments when no one praises you, no one recognizes your sacrifices, no one notices the good you do. But continue to obey, continue to serve even when no one sees, continue to sow love even when no one thanks you. My child, what is done quietly before me carries more value than 1,000 deeds performed under the spotlight of applause. There will be days when you feel as though your kindness is taken for granted. There will be moments when you think you are too naive for choosing what is right in a world that prefers shifting shapes, wearing masks, and reaching for what is easy rather than what is true. You will hear voices of mockery saying, "Why bother staying upright? Why be honest when everyone lies? Why keep loving when no one loves you back?" They will call you foolish, weak, and lacking wisdom. But let them speak, my child. The world may love what is artificial, but you walk in truth. The world may cling to masks, but you have been invited by me to live with a bare and honest heart in my light. My child, your reward does not come from the applause of people. Your reward comes from me, the one who sees what no one sees, the one who remembers every tear shed in secret, the one who looks at motives rather than outcomes, the one who sees your heart before you even act. I sow blessings into your life based on what I see in the hidden places, not what others choose to praise in public. I see every quiet sacrifice you make, those moments when you choose restraint, when you choose forgiveness, when you choose to walk in love even toward those who do not deserve it. I see the tears you shed when you feel alone while trying to do what is right. I hear the prayers you whisper in the dark when all you can manage is, "Lord, please help me." Not a single prayer you've spoken has fallen to the ground. Not one tear has been overlooked. I gather them all like precious gems in the palm of my hand. My beloved child, at the appointed time, I will repay you with things far beyond what you expect. I will reward you with a deep peace that the world cannot give. I will give you discernment to know who is genuine and who is not, who is meant to walk with you and who only passes through your life as a lesson. I will bring to you people of truth, souls who love through action, who live with integrity, who respect, who accompany, who pray for you when you no longer have the strength to pray for yourself. Do not let your heart grow weary. Your consistency is a fragrance that delights me. I am pleased when I see a soul choosing what is right, even when others take shortcuts. I smile when you walk in truth without demanding an instant reward. I am proud of you when you choose obedience, even when it seems no one notices. It is in these small things hidden from human eyes that heaven trembles with joy. My child, the most beautiful testimony does not come from magnificent victories, but from quiet perseverance. You are strongest when you are at your weakest, yet still hold on to me. You shine brightest when you are in darkness, yet choose to trust my light. You resemble me the most when you love those who cannot love you back. You grow the most when you choose what is right, though no one applauds you. I want you to know that every scar you carry has a voice, and that voice can touch and transform someone's heart. Many come to you not because you are perfect, but because they see in you proof that I can heal genuine brokenness. When you dare to show where you once cracked, they see me mending you. When you share your journey through hardship, they see me holding you up. When you keep your faith in adversity, they see me standing beside you. My beloved, I now want to lead you into a deeper realm of spiritual life, a place where humility, faithfulness, and sincerity are no longer concepts or beautiful words, but breath itself, rhythm itself, the very framework of your soul. I want you to walk in humility as someone who understands that everything you have comes from me, and that nothing has been achieved by your own strength. Humility is not lowering yourself before the world, but seeing the world rightly. I am above you, and you lean on me with every step. My child, walk in faithfulness. Faithfulness is not keeping your promise only when it is easy, but choosing what is right, even when no one is watching. Faithfulness is loving even when your heart is hurt. Faithfulness is praying even when your prayers seem unanswered. Faithfulness is walking each day in obedience without waiting for human recognition. Faithfulness is trusting me more than your shifting emotions. Faithfulness is letting your feet follow my light rather than the tempting invitations of the world. My child, speak the truth, but speak it in love. Truth is not a sword meant to harm. Truth is a light. Light does not wound. Light reveals and restores. When you speak truth without love, it becomes a stone thrown at another. But when you speak truth with gentleness, it becomes an arm that lifts someone from deception. I want you to be a bearer of truth, shaped by the kindness of my spirit, so your words do not close hearts, but open the door for me to enter. And my child, live with an open heart, a heart that knows how to receive, how to forgive, how to be tender when needed and strong when required. Living with an open heart does not mean letting everyone walk in freely. It means you refuse to let pain turn you into someone closed off. It means you allow me to heal the wounds that make you afraid to love again. It means you do not let the hurts of the past prevent you from building the sacred relationships I desire to give. You, my child, revere me, yet trust me. The reverence I desire from you is not the trembling fear of one who stands before a harsh ruler. It is the deep gratitude that comes from recognizing my holiness and my power. To revere me is to acknowledge that I am the Lord of the universe, the one who sustains your very breath. But I also want you to trust me as a child trusts his father, simply, purely, without doubt. Do not fear me so much that you forget I am the one who loves you. Do not trust me so lightly that you forget I am also the Holy One. Reverence and trust, they strengthen one another so you may walk firmly and steadily. When you pass through trials, I will strengthen you. Do not think you must manage everything alone. Do not believe you must fight by your own power. The very moments when you feel weakest are the moments when I draw nearest. The times when you want to give up are the moments when I place my hand upon your trembling shoulders. You may not see me, but I am covering you with a peace that only heaven can give. There is no challenge you face in which I am not walking beside you. I will bless the truth within you. Truthfulness is the foundation of every blessing I desire to place upon your life. I do not bless masks. I bless hearts willing to be examined by me. Others may be impressed by what you showcase, but I am moved by what you hide in the deepest chambers of your soul. When you choose to live honestly, I open the heavens over your life, and when you offer me your true self, unpolished, uncovered, I accomplish things you never imagined possible. My child, I will bring into your life people whose hearts are aligned with mine. These will be people who do not need masks to be loved. They will come to you in sincerity. They will hide nothing. They will not use words to manipulate. They will not love you for gain. They will have soft hearts, hearts that pray for you, encourage you, and walk beside you in seasons of strength and seasons of weariness. These are the ones I place in your life as expressions of heaven's support. With such people, you will find you no longer need to pretend to be strong. You can breathe, you can cry, you can be yourself. And among them, you will grow like a tree planted beside clear, living waters. Together, you will pray, you will learn, you will comfort one another in times of testing. You will become a small community of truth, small yet powerful, humble yet radiant, quiet yet full of divine strength. Not strength of the world, but the strength of my spirit. You will encourage one another to stand firm in faith. You will build one another up with words that carry life. You will lift each other when someone grows weak, and within that community, you will finally understand what I have always desired. Faith is not meant to be lived in isolation, but to mature through unity. Yet, my child, I must also tell you the truth. You will encounter pretenders. There will be those who stand among your community, but whose hearts are not truly there. There will be those who speak kind words, but whose motives are impure. There will be those who cloak themselves in outward holiness, while their souls are filled with schemes. This will happen, for darkness still lingers in the world. But I do not want you to fear this. When you see pretense in someone, and if I prompt you, speak gently. I do not ask you to judge them. I ask you to remind them of truth, not with shouting, not with criticism, but with words that awaken the conscience. If your words do not reach them, let your prayers do what your voice cannot. Sometimes words fail to open a soul, but prayer can open doors you thought were sealed shut. Do not remain silent when injustice hides behind politeness. Do not allow deception to continue simply because it wears a pleasant smile. Expose what is wrong with gentleness. Lift people up instead of weighing them down. Love with strength, not with timidity. Let truth win its way, not through noise, not through the harshness of speech, not through emotional intimidation, but through the unwavering power of my light. My beloved child, when you choose to live truthfully without masks, without pretense, without decorating yourself in what is not you, you open a spiritual door that few dare to step through. That door leads into a deeper dimension of communion between you and me. And there, I will give you forms of power that the world does not know, does not understand, and cannot take from you. The power I speak of is not fame, not status, not the charm that makes others admire you. These may dazzle people, but they leave the soul empty. The true power I place within you is inner freedom, peace that surpasses understanding, discernment, to see what is real and what is false, healing that flows from the wounds you have overcome, and spiritual authority that allows you to walk forward without being shaken. My child, when you choose to live without a mask, the first gift I place in your hands is the power of freedom. Those who wear masks can never be truly free, for they are always imprisoned by the fear of being seen for who they truly are, the fear of being exposed, the fear of being abandoned. But when you live honestly, without hiding anything, without covering your pain, without denying your weakness, you step into a kind of freedom known only to those who dare to live truthfully. You no longer have to perform, no longer have to strain yourself, no longer have to maintain an image. You can breathe naturally. You can weep when tears arise. You can laugh when joy comes. You can live as I created you to. Live free, light, and full of life. The second gift I give you is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that no circumstance can steal and no human can take away. When you live in the light, your conscience is no longer weighed down by pretense. You no longer have to flee from yourself. You no longer have to live a double life. And because you are not hiding anything from me, I respond to you with a peace that only the truthful ever taste. This peace is not a temporary quietness, but a firm foundation that holds you steady even when storms rise around you. It does not come from your situation, but from me, the one who never changes. My child, when you walk without a mask, I give you a sharpened, enlightened vision. Those who live in pretense are easily deceived by outer glimmers, but those who live authentically before me possess eyes that can discern the spirit of truth from the spirit of falsehood. You will see beyond a smile and perceive the motive. You will hear past the words and sense the heart. You will observe the smallest actions and understand the character behind them, not so that you may judge, but so that you may walk in wisdom and not fall into the subtle traps of the world. My child, do you know this? Your honesty makes it possible for me to entrust you with the power to bring healing not only to yourself, but also to those I send your way. Those who live truthfully before me carry the fragrance of humility, the glow of restoration, and a voice capable of awakening and soothing the wounded hearts of others. You do not need to be flawless to bring healing. You only need to be honest and allow me to use your journey of brokenness as balm for those who are in pain. A truthful soul holds a restorative strength that a masked soul will never possess. My child, I also grant you spiritual authority, an authority that does not arise from forceful words, but from a life lived purely before me. When you speak from a place of truth, heaven responds to your words. When you pray with a clean heart, heaven opens its doors. When you stand in truth, the darkness must withdraw, not because you are great, but because I stand behind you. I dwell within you, and I act through you. Those who walk without masks receive from me something the world cannot imagine: the strength to love with purity, to love without controlling, to love without possessing, to love without fear of being hurt, to love without seeking gain, to love without bargaining. Such love makes you resemble me more than anything else. You no longer love with your own strength, but with my very love flowing through you. My child, I also give you the power to build sacred relationships. Those who wear masks cannot form a strong community, because true community can only be built on transparency, faithfulness, and honesty. When you live truthfully, you will attract others who also live truthfully. You will draw to your life souls whose heartbeats align with mine, people who are honest with themselves, who are willing to share burdens, who strengthen one another in weakness, who pray together and walk together in the light. Such a community will be a place where you do not need to strive for acceptance. It will be a place where you are loved even when you are weak. It will be the environment I use to nourish your soul. My child, I grant you the power of enduring perseverance. Those who live in pretense give up easily, for they grow weary from acting. But those who live truthfully possess the strength to endure to the end. When you stand transparent before me, I pour the strength of heaven into you. I give you the resilience of the soul, the fortitude to overcome trials, and the endurance to move forward even when everything seems to oppose you. You will not break under pressure, for your roots are anchored deeply in me. You will not merely survive. You will blossom in the very place where others expected you to wither. My child, I also give you the power of a voice that carries weight. Not every word you speak will resound loudly, but your words will hold authority. Others may speak much, yet your voice, when it flows from authenticity, will be anointed by the Holy Spirit. Such words will soften hearts that have grown rigid. Such words will unlock those who are trapped within their own walls. Such words will become seeds that grow into change. When you live truthfully, your testimony becomes sharp like a double-edged sword, yet gentle like healing oil poured upon hurting places. My child, the one who lives without a mask is also given a special power from me, the power to no longer be governed by fear. When you have nothing left to hide, you no longer fear others seeing your weaknesses. You no longer fear judgment. You no longer fear failure. You no longer fear abandonment. For you know that I see you, I know you, I choose you, and I love you. When you walk in truth, fear falls away from your heart like leaves drifting from a branch, and you will walk forward with the confidence that I am your only refuge. My beloved child, you will also receive from me the power to forgive, something those who live in pretense can never do. Forgiveness does not arise from emotion, but from the truth that I first forgave you. When you are honest about your pain, I touch that wound and turn it into tenderness. From that place, you can forgive, and such forgiveness will release your soul from the chains of the past. Finally, my beloved child, I give you the power to become who you truly are in me, not the version you think you must become to be loved, not the version accepted by the world, not the image polished by pretense, but your true self created in my image, shaped by my hands, nurtured by my love. My precious child, when a soul dares to live truthfully without hiding, without pretending, without decorating itself with the artificial shine of the world around you will begin to change in ways you never imagined. A person who walks in the light carries a quiet yet mighty power, the power to impart life, and that power does not come from effortful displays, but from the purity of your presence. My child, do not think you must stand on a platform, hold a high position, or possess fame to influence others. Sometimes, the simple authenticity of your life is enough to awaken a heart. Your truthful living becomes a lamp that those lost in darkness can see from afar. They will come to it not because it is loud, not because it blinds, not because it boasts, but because it is warm and real. When you live truthfully, you change the atmosphere of every place you enter. A room may be heavy, tense, or filled with pressure, but when you walk in, carrying the peace I have placed within you. The atmosphere shifts, not because you try, but because that peace flows out of you like cool water running through dry land. Those around you will feel lighter, even if they cannot explain why. They do not know that what they sense is the reflection of my light through you. My child, your authenticity will cause those who wear masks to look at themselves. You are not judging them, but within the purity you carry, they will see the things they have been trying to hide. Some may react with discomfort because light always unsettles darkness, but some will return to the truth because your authenticity reminds them that they, too, once longed to live honestly. When you live truthfully, you carry a hope the world cannot give. People are not healed by perfect images. They are healed by living stories, by genuine testimony, by broken pieces I have restored. When they see you standing firm after your own fractures, they will believe they can rise too. When they see you love again though you have been wounded, they will believe that true love still exists. When they see you forgive, they will believe forgiveness is not impossible. My child, your authenticity does not merely change people, it shifts the spiritual atmosphere. Darkness cannot stand before light. Each time you choose truth over falsehood, my light shines stronger. Each time you remove another mask, I gain more room to work. Each time you refuse what is wrong, I lay a new foundation. When you live truthfully, you are tearing down the territory darkness seeks to claim. My child, you would be astonished to know that a single honest decision can change an entire family. One soul who dares to live truthfully can break toxic patterns that have passed through generations, pretending, covering up, staying silent in the face of wrongdoing, cooperating with injustice, suppressing emotions, and hiding unspoken pain. When you choose truth, you shift the atmosphere of your family over time. When you speak truth in love, when you discern what is wrong, when you open your heart to love with sincerity, you are planting seeds of restoration for generations yet to come. My beloved child, in your workplace or wherever you stand, your honesty also becomes a voice of strength. People often fear speaking truth because they fear rejection, losing their advantages, or being misunderstood. But when you speak truth with humility and love, you become the one I use to uphold righteousness in an environment where moral values are constantly bargained away. When others lie for gain but you choose integrity, you become heaven's whisper in a noisy world. When others use flattering words to win favor but you speak truth to build others up, you become a mirror that helps them see themselves clearly. They will recognize that you are not like the crowd. They will feel drawn to you because honesty creates a refuge for the hearts of those who listen. My child, you even shift the spiritual climate of a city when you choose to live truthfully. Communities rooted in darkness cannot endure long when people of light take their place. Honesty possesses a power that spreads outward, tearing down invisible structures of deception in the atmosphere. You do not need to preach loudly, simply live in truth and stand firm, and darkness will retreat. Your honesty is a spiritual declaration that I am living within you. My child, do you know that when you enter a relationship with honesty, you create a foundation strong enough for that bond to flourish? When you love without pretending, without calculating, without wearing a mask, you create a space where others can also set down their masks. And wherever masks fall, that is where I move freely. When you love with purity, truth spreads. When you forgive with faithfulness, healing begins to flow. When you walk in humility both in word and deed, the human heart softens. And, my child, do not underestimate the influence of one person who chooses to stand in truth. Sometimes, it takes only one person who dares to say no to deceit for many others to follow. It takes only one honest life to break a culture of let it be, don't say anything, don't stir up trouble, or just ignore it. One person who chooses truth becomes a fresh wind, a wind of purity, transparency, and courage. My beloved child, when you choose to live authentically, I use you as a vessel to touch souls who are hiding behind layers of self-protection. Some appear strong on the outside but are hurting so deeply they cannot speak of it. Some smile brightly, yet carry tears they have never revealed. Some seem successful but their souls are exhausted. When you are honest about your own pain, they feel safe to speak of theirs. When you share how I lifted you up, they begin to believe that I can do the same for them. When you speak of your own brokenness, they dare to believe that their brokenness, too, can be healed. My beloved child, when you decide to walk without a mask, when you choose truth and shine with the light I placed within you, you never walk alone. The first thing I want you to understand deeply, so deeply that it reaches the very bottom of your soul, is that I accompany you in a special way that only those who choose authenticity can fully experience. When you live in truth, the intimacy between you and me grows beyond measure. Pretending always builds an invisible wall between us. But when you lay down your defenses, I am no longer kept outside by those walls. I step directly into the center of your soul. I touch the places that hurt the most. I heal the deepest parts of you. I pour oil on wounds you once believed would never mend. My companionship is not only beside you, it is within you, breathing through you, strengthening you, and transforming you from the inside out. My child, I walk with you first through my presence. My presence is not a fleeting emotion that warms you for a moment. It is the foundation upon which your whole life stands. When you step out from behind your masks, you will sense me more vividly than ever before, not with your physical eyes, not with your natural ears, but with your soul, for it becomes uncovered and unobstructed. You will feel me in moments of quiet, in the gentle brush of a passing breeze, in the spontaneous prayer that rises in the midst of a long day, in the peace that flows through your body just when you think you are about to collapse. When you are honest and true, you will hear me whispering in the silent spaces of your life, places the world cannot enter. You once believed that I only spoke when you prayed, but now you will recognize that I speak even as you work, as you wash the dishes, as you drive, as you walk down a street where no one else notices my presence beside you. When you remove your mask, your soul becomes sensitive to my voice, and even the softest breath is enough for you to know that it is I who am guiding you. My child, I walk with you through my protection. Living without a mask means living transparently, and transparency can make you vulnerable before people, yet it also brings you under my covering in a far stronger way. My protection is not always the shielding of your heart from pain, but the shielding of your soul from destruction. I do not spare you from every hardship, but I guard your inner being from collapsing. People may misunderstand you, but they cannot destroy you. The enemy may strike, but it cannot touch the core of your spirit, for I have covered it with my own powerful hand. When you live truthfully, I protect you with my light. Darkness cannot endure the light, and when you walk in truth, it is darkness that trembles before you rather than you trembling before it. You will come to see that the spiritual territories which once made you fearful will become places where you stand firm. For when you remain in the light, you are completely enveloped by me, and no darkness can overcome the light that I shine. My child, I walk with you through guidance. The world will try to pull you into its current. People will try to impose their expectations and images upon you. But I will tell you where to go, what to do, whom to stand with, and whom to step away from. My guidance is not a rigid command, but the gentle whisper of the Holy Spirit within you, enabling you to discern right from wrong among things that look almost identical. When you live without a mask, you will recognize my voice as clearly as the beating of your own heart. I will lead you down paths no one else understands. I will steer you away from doors that appear beautiful yet conceal traps. I will open doors that seemed impossible to open. I will place you beside people you never imagined you would need, and I will remove from your life those you thought you could never live without. My guidance does not always align with your logic, but it is always perfect for your soul. My child, I walk with you through strength and support. When you choose to live unmasked, there will be days when you feel weaker than usual. When you refuse to hide, your pain becomes clearer. When you no longer pretend to be strong, your knees may tremble beneath you. But it is precisely in your weakness that you will feel my sustaining power most intensely, and I will hold you not merely with words but with a placement of strength from within. I uphold you with an invisible force that only you will recognize as undeniably real. There will be nights when you weep, believing you have nothing left to cling to. Yet as you lie there without masks, without hiding, I am beside you. I place my hand upon your heart, and I whisper, Do not be afraid, I am here. And though fear may not vanish instantly, you will feel your heart soften. You will feel peace seep into your soul. You will feel the weight of loneliness lift. You will know that no matter how shattered you may feel, I am holding every fragment together so that not a single piece is lost. My child, I walk with you through transformation. Living without a mask means accepting who you truly are, but I do not allow you to remain as your old self. I lead you into change little by little, never rushing you, never forcing you, never placing pressure on your shoulders. I gently soften your heart one step at a time. I purify the hidden motives buried beneath the surface one layer at a time. I remove what does not belong to me one season at a time. I renew your mind one thought at a time. This transformation does not move from the outside in, it unfolds from the inside out, and day by day, others will begin to notice the difference within you. It is not because you pretend to be righteous, but because your soul has been touched by me. You will find yourself calm in situations that once provoked your anger. You will discover an ability to love those who once irritated you. You will notice patience where you once had none. That is not a change born from your own strength. It is my work in you as you choose to live without a mask. My child, I also walk with you through the divine encounters I arrange. When you choose authenticity, you become a magnet that draws in the relationships I have prepared ahead of time. You will meet people who help you grow, people who speak the words you need to hear, people who help you see my direction for your future. I will send to you those who know how to love genuinely, who know how to walk with you faithfully, who know how to pray with sincerity, and I will remove from your life those who only appear to test you, hurt you, or lead you away from me. When you live without a mask, you will clearly discern who belongs in your journey and who does not. My beloved child, in the end, I walk with you through assurance, the assurance that you belong to me, the assurance that you do not need to appear strong for me to love you, the assurance that you do not need to hide your pain for me to accept you, the assurance that you have a place to return to even when the world misunderstands you, turns its back on you, or judges you by surface appearances, the assurance that I see you fully, completely, deeply, and still choose you, still love you, still call you mine. Lord, today I come before you with a trembling heart, for I know there are truths I have not dared to face for a long time. Please hold my hand tightly, so that when I hear your voice, my heart will not run away, shrink back, or cover its ears in fear of being wounded. Lord, you know me more than I know myself. Give me the courage to look into the things you want me to see, even if they bring me to tears. Lord, you have warned me that there are people close to me who are not sincere toward me. There are smiles that appear gentle but do not come from an upright heart. There are words of concern that sound soft yet carry hidden intentions. I know I am tender-hearted, easily trusting, always wanting to believe the best in people. But Lord, it is this very gentleness that has made me vulnerable. So today, I ask you to be the one who protects my heart. Please open my spiritual eyes to recognize what is true love and what is false. Open my ears to hear the prompting of the Holy Spirit when I am about to place my trust in the wrong hands. Shine your light so I may discern who comes to lift me up and who comes only to fill their own empty spaces. Lead me away from relationships that weary my soul, from conversations that cloud my mind, from words that pull me away from the peace you have given me. Lord, please also heal within me the fear of loneliness, the fear that makes me hold on to unhealthy relationships simply because I fear losing someone. Teach me to believe that when you remove what does not belong to me, you will give me something better. When you close a door, you will open another wider, purer, and filled with peace. Lord, help me not to become bitter, not to judge, not to despise others when the truth is revealed. Give me a heart that remains, tender yet discerning, able to love without blindness, able to trust without losing vigilance, able to give without losing myself. My loving Lord, today I place my heart under your light, for I know that many things look beautiful on the outside but carry fractures hidden deep within. Many times I have convinced myself that everything around me was fine, that I should not doubt anyone, that I must always think positively. But Lord, it is that desire to believe in the good that has sometimes led me to walk in illusion, handing my trust to hands that were not worthy. Lord, shine your light into the hidden corners of my heart, the places I have long avoided. Open my eyes so I may see the true motives behind sweet and pleasant words. Open my ears so I may hear the gentle whispers of the Holy Spirit when my steps are nearing a dangerous path. Grant me the discernment to recognize what is genuine care and what is emotional flattery meant to pursue personal gain. Teach me to distinguish true love from the kind of affection mixed with calculation that I once mistook for closeness. Lord, do not let my gentle heart become soil where deceit may take root. Protect me from those who keep me near only to fill the emptiness inside themselves. Shield me from hands that appear tender, but hold me with control, envy, or possessiveness. Show me clearly who comes to uplift my soul and who is quietly pulling me away from peace. Lord, I know your warnings do not exist to make me fear others, but to help me walk in truth. Give me a heart that listens, a spirit that is sensitive, and a will strong enough to let go of anything that does not belong to me. Remind me that true peace does not live in passing laughter but in your presence, that no one can love me as completely as you do, with your self-giving love, and that truth may wound me at first, but it alone keeps my soul safe. Lord, I entrust every relationship in my life into your hands. Please separate, purify, and reorder all things according to your wisdom. Grant me the peace I need to step away from what harms me, and the strength I need to continue forward on the path you are leading me into. My Lord, I come before you with a heart that has been wounded many times, and because of that, I fear being abandoned, fear losing someone, fear facing the truth that some people may not belong in my life the way I believed they did. Lord, I confess that sometimes I hold tightly to unhealthy attachments simply because I am afraid of returning to emptiness. But today, I ask you to heal that deep-seated fear. Lord, lay your loving hand upon the trembling places within me. Wipe away the memories of every disappointment, every misunderstanding, every moment I was taken advantage of or left alone in my pain where no one saw me. Strengthen the fragile parts of my heart, the parts that make me feel as though if I let go, I would have nothing left. But Lord, you are everything. Teach me that when I follow your leading, I lose nothing that truly belongs to me. I only lose what was never mine. Help me understand that no relationship is worth sacrificing the peace you have given me. No person is worth living in falsehood just to avoid loneliness. Remind me that I am never alone, for you are my loving Father, my fortress, my refuge, and the deepest source of comfort to my soul. Lord, place within me a holy strength that teaches me to set boundaries against anything pulling me away from your will. Grant me the serenity to stand up and walk away when I need to. Give me a spirit of discernment so I may recognize who is genuinely walking with me and who is merely standing beside me for their own benefit. Heal me from the fear of abandonment. Teach me to love without clinging, to draw near without becoming dependent, to give without losing myself. Help me love others with your light, not with the wounds I carry. Lord, the light of my life, when I see impure motives in others, I am easily saddened, disappointed, or disheartened. But Lord, what I fear most is not that others may hurt me. It is that I may unknowingly become like them, using gentle words to conceal selfish intent, loving without sincerity, or treating someone with the same calculation I once despised. O Lord, please keep my heart pure. Do not let the things I have been through become the reason I grow hardened, closed off, or respond to others with retaliation. Teach me not to judge, not to scrutinize, and not to see myself as better than anyone else. I know my heart has its limits and carries unhealed places. Grant me humility to see myself clearly, not using the truth you reveal as a weapon, but as a mirror that reflects the condition of my own soul. My loving Lord, today I place my entire life and every relationship in your hands. There have been many times when I made choices on my own, when I drew near to someone without seeking your counsel first. I have often allowed emotions to lead me, clung to someone out of loneliness, or held on out of fear to people who were never part of your divine arrangement. And so, O God, I surrender everything to you. Lord, please remove from my life every relationship that does not come from you, even if I have grown accustomed to them, even if their departure brings pain, even if the truth leaves me disappointed. Help me remember that you never take anything away without purpose. Help me trust that when you close a door, it is because you see what my eyes cannot yet perceive. Teach me to trust your wisdom more than my own emotions. Please shine your light upon me so I may recognize what is slowly draining my spirit. Reveal which connections are pulling me away from you, which ones weigh my heart down, and which ones cloud my mind in confusion. Help me clearly discern those who bring true peace and those who offer only temporary comfort. Let me see who genuinely lifts me up and who quietly erodes my soul little by little. Lord, grant me the courage to let go. Remove from me emotional dependency, the fear of loss, and the worry that I will be alone if someone leaves. Remind me that you are the one who never abandons me, and that no human being can fill my heart the way you do. Teach me to believe that everything you remove only makes room for something better to come. Lord, I know that truth is not always easy to accept. Sometimes it arrives like a blinding light that shocks me, pierces my heart, and shakes the world I have built. But I believe that truth from you, though painful at first, always carries healing and deliverance within it. O Lord, please stay close to me when I discover that someone is not sincere with me. Hold me when disappointment washes over me. Wipe my tears when I realize I placed my trust in the wrong place. Comfort my heart when I have to say goodbye to someone I once thought would walk with me for a long time. Help me remember that you never reveal truth to break me, but to make me stand firmer. You never show me someone's motives so that I may despise them, but so that I may protect my heart and preserve my soul in peace. You never take anything away unless you intend to give me something better. Please heal the wounds others have caused me. Heal also the wounds I inflicted on myself by holding on to things that were unhealthy for far too long. Cleanse me from disappointment, from hidden hurts, from self-blame, and from the quiet comparisons buried inside my heart. Lord, turn my pain into wisdom, turn my tears into peace, turn my losses into new doors that lead me toward those you have chosen to walk with me. Help me rewrite my life story with your light, not with the scars of the past. O Lord, be with me in every step that follows. I entrust everything completely into your hands. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that together we can build a strong and faith-filled community.